It's Monday, November 16th. Welcome aboard to this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Kevin Friel, and just a reminder, the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, www.town.barnstable.ma.us. Now, upcoming right now, we have an interview with Town Clerk Linda Hutchenreiter. She was here talking about tomorrow's recount of the November 3rd ballot question on the approval of the new charter. Now, Linda and her folks will be working here at Town Hall tomorrow morning. Here's our interview with Linda. We're standing just out front of Town Hall with Town Clerk Linda Hutchenreiter. She's here to tell us a little bit about how her plate's a little bit more full than it had been just a few weeks ago. Now, with just this past November 5th, the 3rd election, there was something of a very close ballot question with the charter question. Could you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Well, we had probably the first time in Barnstable's history a one-vote difference in the outcome. So that, needless to say, made a question, I'm sure, in many people's mind as to whether or not the ballot actually should be recounted. And an individual did come in, and he got the recount papers and went out and collected the number of signatures required to do an actual recount of the ballot by hand this time.
So tell us a little bit about the hand recount. How many people are you going to need, and what's the process of how they're going to recount them tomorrow?
Okay, the recount is actually set by the regulations of the Secretary of the Commonwealth. But I asked for, and I got over 20 people. We have 22 exactly. And they will be set up in teams. And one person will read the ballot and the other person will record it. And the ballots are counted out into groups of 50. And so what we will do is I will have staff there. They will be counting the ballots out. They will be handing them out to the different teams. The teams will record the votes. And then ultimately those ballots will come back to the actual tabulators. They're going to be tabulated in two ways. I'm having a computer methodology for adding them up, and then the old-fashioned pencil and adding machine way. So we'll be actually comparing and contrasting to see how we're doing and making sure that all votes are counted and everything is accurate at the end.
So could you tell us a little bit about the history of recounts in the town? You've had a few before, but never one that has passed by one single vote.
No, we've never had a one-vote difference. We've had a number of recounts. I've been here for 22 years, and we have had a number. There were a couple for town council races. There was a county-wide one, and I think the closest we had was 7 votes. And that actually changed to 8 votes. But we've never had a 1 vote. So the odds on what could happen tomorrow are actually rather interesting. You could have an additional vote on the yes side. You could have an additional vote on the no side, which would make a tie. Or you could have 2 votes on the no side. So, you know, you just never know what's going to happen. And ultimately, it should come out exactly as the machines. But I think the issue that I brought up before is you have more of a chance of having an error doing it by hand than you do by machine. But that's why we have observers. We have people who will actually come in, sign in as observers, and they will be watching everybody's actions. So I think we're pretty safe in what we're doing tomorrow.
Is there a reason why instead of sending them through the machine again, it would be a hand count? What's the difference between that?
Well, they have a choice when they go for a recount as to what they want. And I think what most people figure is it's been through the machine once. If it goes through the machine again, we are looking for the will of the voter, the intent of the voter. What did that voter intend to vote? Did he mean yes, no? Was the blank really a blank? So those are questions we're going to get answered when we actually look at each ballot.
Were there was there a number of were there a lot of blank votes in this?
There were 232, okay. But I didn't think that was unusual with over 5,000 people voting because a lot of people did not understand the question. They chose not to read the question. They chose not to vote on the question. Either they didn't care whether it changed, they didn't want it changed, or for whatever reason, they remained blank.
Could you, just as we're closing up here, could you tell us a little bit about, I'm sorry, did you? Oh, I thought you were waving to me. All right, sorry. I was just going to ask you about. I'm just going to ask you to tell us about the other elections. That's it. No more about them.
Okay.
So we'll just go. Okay. And Linda, could you just tell us a little bit about the elections that are upcoming, because there are a couple more before the season is over.
Yeah. This has been an absolutely unbelievable fall as far as elections, with one in September, October, and November. We have the Little Old Kings Highway election coming up in the district, which I believe is on the 24th of November. It's the last Tuesday, fourth Tuesday in the month. We then have December 8th, we will have the state primary. December 17th, we will have the Precinct 13 recall for Councilor Milne. And then January 19th, we will actually have the state election to seat the new senator from Massachusetts. So it's busy. And then on top of it, we have all of the petitions that are out there and are coming back. We had over 600 brought in last week, so we're busy.
Again, Town Clerk Linda Hutchenrider talking about the recount that's scheduled for tomorrow here at Barnstable Town Hall. In other news, in Barnstable, the Sandy Neck Board met this past week. Park Manager Nina Coleman gave us an update of this coming season.
All right, we're presently in our winter hours at the gatehouse as well as the beach. So the beach is closing at 8 p.m. It means everybody has to be off the beach. Our winter hours for the gatehouse are by appointment only, and until Thanksgiving we will be having gatehouse hours on the weekends. We got staff there 9 to 4. Of course, we're still doing patrols and night curfew runs. So we're just taking down the gatehouse hours a bit. Just to remind everybody, the pheasant hunt is in progress. That will continue to the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We're stocking twice a week. And also the deer hunt was approved by this board and then went to the town manager, and he approved it. It's been advertised. Our first meeting for the archery hunt is this Friday, November 13th. And then the archery hunt will be the 16th through the 21st of November. And the primitive firearm hunt meeting is December 11th, which is a Friday as well. And the hunt is December 14th through the 19th. So any hunter that's interested in that must come to the meeting in order to participate in the hunt.
It's been well advertised.
I believe it has been. It's on our website, etc. But I did want to mention that again tonight, since that's been a big question.
Again, that was Sandy Neck Park Manager Nina Coleman filling in the Sandy Neck Board about the upcoming season. Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for the rest of the week. For Tuesday, November 17th at 8 o'clock in the morning, the Barnstable Housing Committee has a meeting in the Selectmen's Conference Room, followed at 3:30 in the afternoon by the Press Conference in the Town Hall Hearing Room. Then at 4, the Barnstable Historical Commission has a meeting in the Selectmen's Conference Room. At 4:30 in the afternoon, the Planning Board has a meeting in the Growth Management Conference Room. At 6 o'clock tomorrow night, the Airport Commission is meeting in the Gorley Conference Room. And then wrapping up Tuesday, November 17th at 6:30 in the evening, the Conservation Commission has a meeting in the Town Hall Hearing Room. For Wednesday, November 18th at 12 noon, Silent Spring has a meeting in the Town Hall Hearing Room. At 6 o'clock in the evening, Amnesty hearing is taking place in the Town Hall Hearing Room. At 7 o'clock, the Zoning Board of Appeals has a meeting in the Town Hall Hearing Room. Also at 7, the Highness Main Street Historic District Commission meets in the Selectmen's Conference Room. Then at 7:30, over at the MEA Conference Room, the Shellfish Committee will meet. For Thursday, November 19th at 7 o'clock, the Town Council has a meeting in the Town Hall Hearing Room. There are no meetings for Friday, November 20th. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Kevin Friel.